The Baltimore Ravens are coming to town to face the Detroit Lions. Can the Detroit Lions get their first victory of the NFL season?
Did you realize that you are a champion in their eyes?
Hello everyone, my name is Derek and welcome to the Gridiron Blitz. On this channel, we do predominantly Detroit Lions content with 3 other live streams, NFL live streams a week. We do Thursday night, Monday night, and Sunday night football. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you ring that notification bell and set it to personalize so you only get the content you want. The Detroit Lions are hosting just their second home game of the season, and they will be playing the Baltimore Ravens. And shout out to Lamar Wilson. The reason I played the Lamar Wilson soundbite is because Lamar Jackson, to me, is a glorified running back. He is not what you would call a quarterback in the National Football League. But with that being said, he can still cook you up with both his legs more than his arms, but he can still do enough passing to get you the W. Let's do what we usually do. Let's go to ESPN Gamecast, go over the stats, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end of this video. I've blown it up a little bit more so you guys can see it better. The Detroit Lions are given a 28.4% chance to win this game, the 0.3% tie, and the 71.4% for the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson is 37 for 26 in his first 2 games. Jared Goff threw more than that in his first game alone. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, with Jared Goff being 64 of 93 with 5 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Those interceptions should not have been thrown. Lamar Jackson is the leading rusher for the Baltimore Ravens, and that is something we are going to have to keep an eye on. He will destroy you with his legs. He is the entire offense, so if you can contain him, the Detroit Lions can win this game. Jamal Williams has 16 carries for 79 yards. We got to get our running backs involved a little bit more. And Marquise Brown has 12 receptions for 182 yards with 2 touchdowns. TJ Hawkinson, 16 receptions, 2 touchdowns for 163 yards. Now, if we go to the injury report, this right here is kind of critical because Jalen Ferguson right here is officially been ruled out, having tested positive for COVID. And I'm not sure if he's vaccinated or not, but I don't think he's going to be back in enough time to be in the game on Sunday. He's been in contact with 4 other players as well, and we're still trying to wait to see what happens there. But Derek Wolfe, Tavon Young, Jalen Ferguson, Lamar Jackson had a little stomach bug the other day, but he seems to be fine, and Marquise Brown, all questionable for the Baltimore Ravens. DeAndre Swift, Julian Okwara, Khalif Raymond, Austin Seibert, the punter, the kicker, and Kevin Strong. Now, the thing about this as well is DeAndre Swift has we know that he's going to get more touches. He's going to get involved earlier in the game, and that's what Dan Campbell needs to do. There's no reason that Jared Goff should have been our leading rusher for the Green Bay Packer game at 46 yards. That something has to change. We've got 2 nice running backs. Both of them can run the ball. We got to get them involved a little earlier. Also, no Tyrell Williams. He has been placed on injured reserve. He will be out for a minimum of 3 weeks. So a lot of good that signing him did us. So after him and Brashard Perriman, I mean, what are we doing here? If we go to points per game, the Detroit Lions average 25 per game, while the Baltimore Ravens average 31.5 points allowed. Both of these teams are terrible, but again, the Detroit Lions allow 38 points a game to the Baltimore Ravens 34. Total yards, Baltimore is leading in this category as well, 457 to the Detroit Lions 404. Passing yards, 237. Lamar Jackson, or should I say, is not a passer. That's not what he does. He can pass, but he's not a passer. 237 yards to 292 for the Detroit Lions. Rushing yards. Look at this. 220 yards per game. That is almost double what the Detroit Lions average per game. Yards allowed, 461. So the Baltimore Ravens can have yards put up against them. The Detroit Lions allow 400 yards per game. Passing yards allowed. Their passing defense, the Baltimore Ravens, is horrific, with almost 400 yards at 389 allowed to the Detroit Lions 287. Rush yards allowed 72. But then they balance up 72 for the Baltimore Ravens to 113.5 for the Detroit Lions. So where they give it up in passing, they really stout on the run. So Detroit Lions are going to have to find a way to exploit that passing game their passing defense and be able to move the ball down the field, which is kind of terrible because our number one we don't have. But Quintez Cephas stepped up last week, and hopefully we can bring somebody off the practice squad. I know we re-signed Geronimo Allison, and we got Tom Kennedy as well, who was active last week but did not play. Let's look at the Ravens' last 5 games. Dating back to the preseason of 2021, they are 4-1 with their only loss coming a game they should have had won. The Baltimore Ravens, Lamar fumbled the ball and let the Las Vegas Raiders take control, go down the field, and score in overtime. The Detroit Lions have lost 5 in a row, dating back to not only the preseason, but if we go further, they've lost the last 4 games of the 2020 NFL season and now 2 games of this regular season. So there are 6 regular season games on a 6-game losing streak. But altogether, they are on a 9-game losing streak, including the preseason. When was the last game that the Detroit Lions won? I'll give you a second. You remember? It was the first game as Darrell Bevell as interim head coach, Matt Patricia's first game being fired, which was early December when we beat the Chicago Bears on a strip sack fumble by Romeo O, and then we were able to score in the red zone, and we won that game. So it has been almost a year since the Detroit Lions tasted victory of any sort. So hopefully we can start to change that pretty soon. My thoughts on this game. We got to see what the COVID thing will do to the defense and who it will take out and who it will keep in. But if you exclude that, the Detroit Lions, I have the Detroit Lions losing this game because they are not going to be able to contain Lamar Jackson, or should I say, they're not going to be able to contain him. He's going to run all over us. And as you can see, their run D is stout. But if the Lions can game plan to stop Lamar Jackson, if they can air this ball out, you can score on the Ravens defense, especially through the air. So I got the Detroit Lions losing this game. Their first victory, just spoiler alert, is going to be next week. That's what I said. But that was depending on whether or not Justin Fields was going to start. So I got to keep my eye on Justin Fields, who will be starting this week for the Chicago Bears, to know if I'm going to change my prediction next week. But my first win was always coming in week 4 against the Chicago Bears. So put it in the comments below. Do you think the Detroit Lions have any chance at winning this game? They've got to be able to stop Lamar. He is their entire offense. Stop him. You can win this game. Air it out. Exploit their passing game, their passing defense. You can win this game. Not sure if the Lions defense can give the Lions a chance to stop Lamar, and the Lions will lose this game and drop to 0-3 on the season. And all the playoff talk and the 10 wins, we'll have 14 games left to win 10 of those. So everybody is saying we're going to win 10 wins. Do they really know football? That's the thing. My name is Derek. This is the Gridiron Blitz. Be sure to subscribe, ring that notification bell, set it to personalized so you only get the content that you desire. If you love the game of football, we do 3 live streams a week, Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday night as well. You guys are awesome. Hopefully the Lions can get on the winning road and winning track soon, and I'll see you in the next video. Just one for the road. This thing is so catchy. Shout out to Lamar Wilson.